Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, a brand new review. Of course, if you are new here to the channel, welcome. We're happy to have you. And if you want to hang out on a regular basis, the subscribe is right there. Now, today's pair of sneakers I'm pretty excited about. They are pretty crazy. So let's not waste any more time. Let's cut to the B-roll. Alright, so we got the pair right here, and as you can see, the box is pretty different. I actually haven't seen this box before. Of course, this is a brand new Nike sneaker model. So it says here on the top of the box, Move to Zero is Nike's journey towards zero carbon and zero waste to help protect the future of sport. So this is, of course, going to be a recycled product. And there's a lot of really cool elements about this sneaker. And breaking them out, we've got the Nike VaporMax 2020. Straight out the box, all you're getting is the pair of shoes. You're not getting any paper, you're not getting any kind of promotional details on the inside. All you're getting is the pair of shoes. Now this sneaker actually releases on July the 23rd and it's going to retail for $220 in the US, or I paid 180 or 190 pounds. I believe it's 190 pounds. So yeah, it's a relatively expensive pair of sneakers, but there's a lot about this shoe that takes a pretty big departure from the original VaporMax. And of course, with this whole sustainability project that Nike is pushing, this holds a lot in common with the Space Hippie pack. So this pretty much started with the Space Hippies, where Nike took a huge leap in the kind of sustainability direction. Some of them were, almost 100% recycled material. And that definitely comes through exactly the same on this VaporMax model. Now personally, I wasn't a big fan of the original VaporMax model. The design and the outsole to me kind of looked like football cleats, and I just didn't really like how it looked. The feel underfoot was a little bit strange as well. However, I believe with this model, they've changed a few things to definitely make me like it a little bit more. So we're just gonna jump straight into the materials and kind of the things that you can expect if you're going to be buying the VaporMax 2020. Now we're going to start straight off at the bottom, because you can see not only is this a lower profile full-length air unit midsole, but it also has some changed design elements. So as you can see, it's a little bit more, I'd say a little bit more organic. The air units kind of weave around in the spiraling fashion, and you also get some of that Nike grind, which you're probably used to from the Space Hippie pack. Now Nike grind, if you are not aware of what that is, essentially it's a blend of all different kinds of recycled cushioning systems that Nike uses. So it's a blend of different post-industrial scraps, and as that's where you get this kind of chipped or speckled look from the midsole. Now I am definitely a bigger fan of the look of this outsole as opposed to the original VaporMax. It's a little bit shorter, so you don't look so high off the ground. you still get that feel underfoot of the Air unit. I don't think it impacts it that much. Now on this colorway, it is completely transparent. So when you look at it, you can literally see the upper just glued down to that midsole, which is something I don't think I've really ever seen before. Now moving up to the Flyknit, you can definitely tell that this is recycled material. For starters, the Flyknit is a mix of a lot of different colors. So from far away, it may kind of look like a grayish white. But when you look up close, you can see it's a blend of really a lot of different colored materials. Now also stitched into this material is a bunch of different colors. You've got some purple, some kind of pink, some blue, some greens, and it's all up there by the toe box. Now this Flyknit material feels really soft and it doesn't have too much structure on there. Now moving up, this is where you get to a really interesting element about this sneaker, is it now implements, I believe this is what Nike is calling their FlyEase lacing system. So instead of having laces that you tie down, you simply have these two tabs. One to lock it, and you pull this little pull cord at the back. It says lock at the back, and you have this little release tab at the top. So as you pull this, it releases and you can take your foot out. Now with this lacing system, it's a little bit touch and go. Personally, I didn't feel like the control of lockdown was really there. You kind of feel like you can pull it, but it's not that tight. It's not enough adjustability, in my opinion, to kind of prefer this over traditional laces. However, it definitely is a pretty cool implementation of a different lacing system. So just above that little plastic lacing piece, you've got almost like a little pocket of what looks like a mosaic design of a bunch of different recycled scrapped materials. You see you have this knitted Nike swoosh on the side in black. Now as for the sock liner, it is pretty stretchy. As you can see, you've got plenty of room to get your foot in and out of it. Now pulling out the insole, again you have some really interesting elements. This is pretty much all recycled material. As you can see on the bottom, it's got that speckled look, which indicates they've grinded up a bunch of different materials that were laying around. And each component of the sneaker has different levels of how much they can actually use this recycled material. Nike actually said that this Flyknit upper material is made from about 67% recycled materials. Now the sock liner around the sneaker is made from about 50% recycled material, while the tongue is all the way up to 80% recycled material. The TPU heel counter, as well as what you find on the toe box of this sneaker, is made of 60% recycled material. Now as for sizing on this, again, what you need to take into consideration is the lockdown effect that you get from this FlyEase technology. Although it doesn't provide the best lockdown, I feel like it's still a pretty comfortable sneaker. In my opinion, I would go true to size, especially because this Flyknit material is pretty loose, and I would definitely recommend true to size. I really like the VaporMax 2020. I think it's a great sneaker model, and of course really impressive, and you want to support Nike in this mission to become more and more sustainable. It seems like Nike is at the forefront of that. However, for me, this just doesn't feel like a $220 sneaker. It's really hard to justify that price tag. Over here in the UK, £190 is very, very hard when it gets up to that level, especially when you're getting, I would say, a little bit less of a versatile sneaker, just because of the fact that this lockdown, I mean, it seems like it's going to be pretty delicate, as well as just not providing the kind of fit that I kind of like, or just the ability to be able to make it the fit that I like. But overall, again, a really cool sneaker from Nike. They seem to be some of the best out there putting this kind of technology and just really going all out in terms of making their sneakers as sustainable as possible. But that's pretty much it for the Nike VaporMax 2020. Let me know what you think about this. Is this something you are going to pick up? Do you love the VaporMax model? Let me know down in the comment section. But with all that out of the way, that is pretty much the end of the video. That's all I gotta say. Of course, I will catch you in the next video, but until then,